All right.
Dave.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Rob, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm living the good life down in Florida. Yeah, I know a lot of our customers are down here, so I'm actually positioning myself for an on-site visit down in the next couple of days down here. So any of you watching along, if you're in Florida, send me an email. I'll be over there with an iPad ready to show you ProjectSight Mobile like we're going to do today.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the plan. So thanks for joining us again. We're going to be talking about ProjectSight Mobile 2.0, our latest and greatest app. Newer, faster, easier to use, 100%. And not just easier to use and faster, but much better at handling device storage. Great at syncing. So we're going to be talking about some of that. We're going to be talking about the checklist module, which is added some new functionality that we didn't even have in the previous version of our app.
Oh, yeah. Very excited about that. Long-awaited checklist functionality there, getting digital signatures on a mobile device, making sure that, you know, all of those entries, whether it's a safety notice or a safety addendum or whether it's some overtime that we're trying to cash in on, making sure that those digital signatures are there and that they're in the books. So really excited about all that, all those updates to the mobile device.
Awesome. Well, as we get started here, your On24 platform that we're using for this webinar has some great features, questions. Definitely submit your questions. We've added some additional resources in, a couple of easy downloads, PDFs on some of the things we're talking about the checklist module for more information. So play around with the interface. Definitely download those PDFs, read them later, and let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. For you folks who've been on these before, our Ready, Set, Connect webinars, you know me already, Dave Thomas, Trimble ProjectSight Specialist, focusing on ProjectSight exclusively here at Trimble, and came from the industry. I'm a recovering, retired, former civil engineer trying to fix California freeways. I've been on the solution side for many, many years now. Really love it over here. I'm really working towards trying to fix some of the inefficiencies, frustrations, siloed data issues that drove me out of the industry. Couldn't hack it, so now I'm over here trying to fix it. I'll kick it over to Rob. Rob will introduce himself. We'll get rolling.
Yeah, we still don't have intro music, but we'll get there. Still don't have intro music, but we're still your trusted ProjectSight chaperones here at Trimble. I come from the industry also, like Dave, right? I'm more the commercial interior side, but yeah, we're very passionate about this stuff. We love project management, getting project management things from the field specifically into the web is something that I know that we're both passionate about because we both have that firsthand experience, right? I can pick up the phone only so many times a day, right? When I'm on site, when I'm dealing with something, there's calls, PMs are in meetings. I got to take care of something now. And if I don't get it in, I'll forget it, right? So that's the kind of firsthand experience that we try to bring to the table. But yeah, happy to talk to everybody.
Excellent. Yeah, I love that Rob mentioned getting things in the system now. And that's really talking about what we're going to cover here today is the mobile app, the 2.0 app, getting in here and showing you guys. So I have to put out a disclaimer, work with me here. I'm doing a live demo through our platform showing my iPad running ProjectSight using a mirroring software. So this is going to be, might be a little dicey, but I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. All right, I'm going to share my screen.
That high-speed California internet.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It hasn't been so high speed lately. It's been more like the high-speed rail, not so high speed. Yeah, so as we're getting going, it looks like it's working. All right.
Here we go. Yeah, and Dave, just to let you know, I got the mobile device pulled up also on the phone. So if you want to do a little iPad, I could jump into the mobile device.
Awesome.
You know, however you want to do it. We'll see what we have time for.
Yeah, we'll see what we have time for. And folks, remember, get those questions in. We'll try to knock out some questions as we're going, but we're going to work quick. We want to keep this short and sweet and get to the point. So ProjectSight Mobile 2.0, what am I talking about here? What you're looking at is our next generation mobile app, and we're happy to bring this to you because we've been working on this for a couple years now. Our team has been adding modules. We just rounded it out with the checklist module, which means we can retire the first generation app, and this is the one we're using moving forward. So we're excited. This thing has been battle tested. It's not brand new, right? We've been adding modules, but we added the checklist module, I think last month, Rob. Was it last month, month before? So this is brand new stuff.
Early last month. Early last month. And when Dave says that we've been working on it, you know, I don't want to take credit, Dave.
No.
But I know that you and I we've been the squeaky wheel on a lot of these issues. So, you know, anyone out there who's like, oh, these guys aren't listening. No, we're listening, and we're passing all of these concerns out to the product development team. So I would like to say that we have some influence. Maybe they were doing it anyway, but no, we've all been working really hard here in Trimble and listening to our customers. So lots of exciting stuff. All right, Dave, I see the iPad up.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so iPad's up. I'm logged in. Just to kind of orient you all here on the call today, you'll see I've got 4 projects downloaded. I've got access to 112 projects, but this highlights one of my favorite features of this new app is the ability to download projects that are relevant to you, even if you have access to others, and really define how you're using the system and how it's going to use your device that you're using. So I jumped into the settings here, and you'll see got the ability to.
I think we lost the signal, Dave. I'm just seeing the time.
All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm not going to pull up that pop-up where we're doing the settings. You're going to have to trust me on this one. But what I want to show you all is the settings. It helps you manage your device storage. How much space is this project pulling down and taking up? And you're going to be able to define that on your end. We're not determining that. So you get to define how much of the project do I want the entire plan set, current set? Do I want the current plus every revision that's ever been done? Or do I just want to pull down like I do on this project? You'll see, you want to pull drawings down on the fly. So kind of one by one pulling down from the cloud. I could tap any one of these sheets, pull it down. Or if I shift over to my other project here, the one we're going to use today, getting the drawings, you're going to see I've got the whole set preloaded here. Lets me shuffle through all the drawings as fast as I can go, and has those consistent call outs to other sections, other detail sheets, and let's just navigate. The navigation is new technology as far as user interface design. Really easy to use, lets me navigate where I need to go and find the detail sheets, work through it as fast as I can go. So pretty cool stuff. So that's just drawings. We're going to get into a couple different areas, not just drawings here today, but I think we really wanted to show you all checklists. Rob, we had what, safety?
Yep.
A few other items.
Checklists, forms, daily reports. Yeah, all that.
Yep. Kind of mobile specific areas of the system and get in there.
Yeah. So drawings, right? What I think is really important from the drawings. Oh, this is a great visual right here, right? So look at the notifications that we see, right? So when I go into ProjectSight, right, if I'm a field user and I got action items that are updated, or I got RFIs that are updated, or new daily reports, right, or a comment on a daily report, right, that's more than likely, you're going to see all those notifications pulled up on the iPad app, right? So also on the phone, right, you're going to see those red notifications in the top right of each module specifically. That way you're not jumping through. You can go right to the module, right? So that's a really good visual. It's also a good look at what we have on the mobile device available. And I know that we've talked about it before on previous webinars, right? The configurability of any of these modules, right? When I look in the top right and I see those fieldwork directives, when I was an assistant super, I didn't have fieldwork directives. I don't know what the heck that is, right? But if you have something that you want to keep in that area, you can repurpose that module. Maybe for you, it's receipts. Maybe it's just a simple receipt tracker so that your field users, your mobile device users can just take a photo of their receipt and then you know as a PM that it's there present when you want to build a change order from it, or when you want to account for it under a cost code, right? Whatever the case may be, right? The example that I always use is I built a weld matrix for somebody, I think 2 months ago, right? It's a steel erection company, and we built a weld matrix using, I think it was the field directives module, so that those workers on site, as they're making their welds, can pull up a mobile device, whether it's a phone or a tablet, and they could check off that weld, and they could associate the weld to the place on the drawing where it calls for it, and they could add a photo, right? Now, the default assignee is going to see that as an email with that photo attached and say, hey, this weld has been created. Right? So some very cool stuff from the mobile device here. But yeah, Dave, maybe we can dive into, maybe we can just show what the log view looks like. I think the log and the bright colors of the different statuses, as you know, as immature as it may sound, I think it shows really good on the mobile device, the iPad specifically. Maybe go to RFIs or punch lists, right?
Yeah, let's hop in there. Let's go into RFIs here. We got some items here. So what I'm trying to show you all here, when we get RFIs to pop up, hopefully, what we want to show you is when we get into RFIs, the statuses are all color-coded. So open, draft, closed, approved. They're all color-coded, and they're all configured, right? These statuses are going to be configured to what you want to see, the colors you want to see, and the status you want to see. So open, draft, where I was talking about the configurability, you're going to find that. We're not set in stone on what these are.
There we go.
Let's see. All right. We're in business.
Yeah, we're good now. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, this open, these yellow, these draft, gray, and if I scroll down, this RFI submitted the engineer record. These are red, that red status.
Yep.
Architect, deep over here, deep burgundy. So those are going to be determined and give the flexibility for you all to have the workflows and the statuses that apply to your business, not what we think, as Trimble, what we think you guys should call it. It's going to be exactly what your team would call it.
That's right. Yep. Very flexible as far as the statuses and what those statuses are, right?
Yep.
Now, the workflow is typically, you know, someone's creating it, someone's approving it, someone's signing off on it, and then we're archiving it, right? That's all done through those statuses there, right? The assignments and the statuses. The person who's creating it is going to have a default assignee, so it's going to go to the PM. Then typically the PM is going to play quarterback. They're going to add on the assignees that are relevant, right? Whether that's the architect, the engineer, the general superintendent, whoever, and they're all going to approve on it. You're going to have their collaboration and be able to move it through those statuses, and then we're going to archive it, right? Which is going to send it back to that field user in that archive status, right? Or that approved status, rather, right? So lots of flexibility all through those statuses there.
Rob, are you seeing me shuffling through this RFI number 5 here? Is that working?
No, I'm going to go over on the mobile device here, right? So everyone should be able to see that mobile device. Dave, you're looking at that?
Yep. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good?
Very good.
Okay.
It showed. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I got the wellness center up, right? So we should be we're on an iPhone right now, but this is the same version that you're going to see on the Android people, right? I'm looking at action items, daily reports, drawings, fieldwork directives, forms, issues, permit tracking. Again, a great example. That's not a standard module. That's a custom configuration that we have in there for someone who was on a demo before. Punch list, RFIs, safety notices, specs, submittals, and that project team, right? So really great configurability, right? Those modules, they're big buttons. They're easy to press on the phone, right? If I go into RFIs, it's going to look exactly how Dave had it on the iPad, right? I'm seeing big buttons. I'm seeing colors open, need more info, closed. These are all those statuses that you can change for yourself, right? Now I can sort these, right? Let's say I want to see the RFI number. I can sort by number. Let's filter. Let's just see all the open statuses, right? Let's filter by all the ones that are assigned to me. How about that, right? I don't have anything maybe assigned to my company. There we go, a whole lot more, right? I can pull all these up directly from the mobile device. If I want to click into this, right, I got a comment in here. So this is where that dialogue is going to be. right? So all the dialogue of the collaboration that's taking place is going to be within these RFIs, right? So this is more, you're typically not creating an RFI from the mobile device. Maybe you're creating an issue or a punch item, right? But we've shown you before, right? From those drawings here, right? I'm going to grab a drawing. I'm going to click that plus button, click on a punch item, grab an area, and now I'm doing things like taking a photo. Right, I'm going to take a photo of this, attach it to that punch item. Right, this is really the power of the mobile tool here.
And you got annotation there too, huh?
I got annotations. I got text. I can mark it up. I got talk to text Dave. Dave Thomas. Dave, this is your RFI. There we go. I got default assignees in here. I could add this to Wes, right? Now what's going to happen, Wes is going to receive that as an email, right? You guys all know that already. We've been through this, right? So he sees that as a notification. Boom, punch list created. So quick and easy from the mobile device, right? Now we're coming up on time here, so I want to run through a couple more workflows, right? Keep me honest, Dave, because I'm looking at the screen really. But I want to talk about forms quick. If you're a subcontractor, right, you want to get those approvals for that extra time, right? If you're a GC, right, you're going to want to get safety addendums signed by your subs on site. You're going to want to get, a tickets signed by whoever. You're going to want the architect to sign off on sort of an ad hoc walkthrough design decision, right? You're going to want that owner. Yep. Oh my goodness. One of the last products I ever did was a commercial interior job. We were working for CBS. They was in their Showtime office space up on like 54th Street or something like that. And we must have did 15 floor mock-ups, right? And every time they would say, oh, this is the one, we would do half the floor. They'd come walk the site. They'd say that I can't have that, right? I don't know. I didn't want to talk about how much it cost us in the end, right? But how easy would it be to come in here to grab a form, right? Let's grab a safety inspection form, for example. Let's fill out the subject. This is going to be my template here. So hard hats, yes. Did they approve this? Yes. Did they ask you if you could stay for overtime? Yes. Did you agree to it? What was the scope, right? I can add the scope in here. And then at the end, right, this is the moneymaker. I'm going to grab that designation, right? Whoever that signature is, maybe I don't have a person. Maybe I just have a role, right? Superintendent or GC. And I'm going to get that digital signature.
Yep.
I'm going to push that to approved. Now what happens? What happens from here? You're going to have that same CC. You're going to have that default assignee. That's going to be the PM. The PM's going to see on their end, hey, there's been an overtime ticket approved. Hey, there's been a change order approved, right, from the field, right? And then what they can do is they can go in on the web, go to those forms section, go to all the ones that are assigned to them with the status that says change order not yet created, which is what the status is going to be, and they can use that to create more revenue, right? So a lot of power in coming into here, coming into these forms and grabbing that information.
Yeah, what Rob's showing here, what I love about that feature is capturing photos. We want to encourage people, more photos, more photos. If it's a relevant checklist item, we should attach a photo to. You could do it to the item, not just the checklist as a whole. I love that feature, and it handles multiple photo uploads, not just one at a time. Throw 10 photos in there, it can handle it, right?
You could add video in there, right? You can do whatever you have to do. Dave, How are we doing on time, sir?
Oh, we're pretty good. We're looking good.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go into daily reports. All right, this is another one. I don't know about you guys. I only do daily reports from the field. If you're doing daily reports in the office, you're either entering it twice or you're lying about something, right? So I got my daily report up. I'm going to click that plus button, go to today's, click add, status pending, right? Notes, you see that camera icon there, labor, I want to copy this labor over from a previous day because I'm lazy. I don't want to have to do it twice, right? So I'm going to go to the other days because I knew that I had the same crews that were on site. I got Irish Concrete here. Maybe I want to change a couple of people, right? I can enter that quantity, right? I can change those hours. I can change that crew, right? And this has different levels of granularity. This is a very basic, right? But if you wanted to add labor for individual workers, you could absolutely do that. So this instance right here, Dave Thomas. Dave, how many hours you worked yesterday? 8 hours?
No, at least 16.
At least 16, right? Did you get to take a break?
No.
No.
Straight through.
We got a start time. We got an entry time. Click done, right? This isn't a time card. This isn't going to attach to your accounting system.
Right.
But it's going to give you something that you can print out in a report at the end of the week. And you can send to accounting if you want, right? These labor inputs, each of these labor inputs here, I can have attachments. I could add photo for each labor input if I want, right? This is what the electricians did on site today. This is what the tin knockers did on site today. This is what the flooring guys did on site today, right? I don't know if tin knockers is a derogatory term. Excuse me to any of my HVAC guys out there, but
Rob's doing this. Rob, you can do this all offline, right? You're in a basement, no connectivity, no Wi-Fi, right?
Exactly. I could do all this offline, right? When I go out to my projects here, let's discard this. Let's go to the rest of my projects. You can see that these are all synced, right? So I got all of these projects saved on my device here.
Great feature is if you know you're going offline and you want all the detail and say like a daily report with all the attachments, you could pull that down from the cloud with that little cloud icon before you go offline and have that update. So you got even the attachments to these records cached to your device so you can see it.
That's right. All right. That's
we're right about time.
Is it right about time? Okay.
Yeah, we're right at our end.
Saved by the sharing software then, but okay. Well, if any of you guys want to continue a demo of the mobile, right? We covered a lot today. All right. For anyone who wants to get back into this to do a demo with Dave or myself, right? Please feel free to reach out to us, right? Dave, you got some more of the webinar schedule to throw up here?
Really awesome one next week, talking about Rivet CDX. So our recent acquisition, Trimble acquisition of Rivet, common data platform, right? They're the leader as far as connecting accounting systems, construction accounting systems into other solutions. And we're going to be highlighting how we can communicate RFIs and submittals from ProjectSight seamlessly into other PM solutions. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is really cool stuff. We're very excited about that. That's one of those strategic chess moves from the executives at Trimble that's really going to take us to the next level as far as our connected construction Trimble versus concern. So a lot to discuss there.
Yep. And they're making me and they're making us stick to what's available today. So we're talking submittals and RFIs. Clear directives on we're not talking about what's coming, but I'm really excited about what's coming after that. You guys are going to have to wait for that, but stand by. But next week, RFI submittals seamlessly in and round tripped back, seamlessly out to another system and round tripped back into ProjectSight. Really cool stuff.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you. Right, apologies for the multiple technical difficulties today. It seems like it's not the California internet or the Florida internet. It must just be, we're streaming. We're going from a mobile device to the computer through the webinar software out to you guys. So typically, it's difficult enough to get that stuff, flowing seamlessly. But apologies on our end. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? I don't think we had time for Q&A, but please, we'll answer those questions. Throw them in the chat, and we'll get out to you.
Absolutely. Thanks for the great demo, Rob. Appreciate it, and thank you everybody for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. All right.